I am a content creator who is struggling to stay consistent. And it's funny because this is the game that I'm playing. Social media, building my personal brand, posting videos online. It's the game that I'm playing, and I'm struggling to do it consistently. And the main reason that I've figured out is because I've been trying to post every day. Now, you may be thinking, you got to post every day to be consistent. You got to post every day, and somehow the Instagram algorithm is going to magically put millions of views on your videos. No, dude. Consistency does nothing if you can't stick to it. A content schedule or calendar does nothing if you can't stick to it, and that's exactly what I was doing. I was trying to post 7 times a week every single day when I realistically couldn't hit that or do it consistently. And so my output did not meet my desired input, and I failed. I didn't post videos, and therefore I'm not consistent. So that's been my biggest struggle over a long period of time. And I've been doing this for 3 years, posting videos, not always consistent. And I haven't gotten as good as I could have gotten because of that. And it's funny because recently I've been more consistent, and once I started focusing on each individual video rather than the sake of get a video out for the sake of consistency, if I don't post at this time or this day, then I'm cooked or something. No, I don't think like that anymore, and it's been working a lot. And once I started doing that, 500K view video on my second video back, basically, bam, 10K followers on Instagram or on TikTok, like nothing. And I spent 6 hours on that video. I actually took the time to make a good video, to make the video how I wanted it to be. And now looking back on that video, it kind of sucks. Like, I could do so much better than that. And that's what consistency should lead you to, is over time you get better. Because if you're trying to post every single day and you can't hit that, you need to lower that number. Post once a week and make it a good video. Spend the time and then increase it over time. Right now I'm doing 4, and this is my first week doing 4. So we'll see if I hit it, but you literally cannot overdo yourself. And if we're talking short form videos, like realistically, they don't matter too much. They're a minute long, 60 seconds. They don't matter too much, but they can change your life. So you should be spending that time on each video, and that's what I'm doing. And every video is a production. I'm not just setting up my phone and recording. I'm making a good video. I'm producing that video. I'm giving myself the highest likelihood of success every repetition. Because why not? I would rather spend so much time on one video than just a bunch of bad garbage videos that do nothing for me. And it's always been my biggest struggle, is staying consistent. And it definitely doesn't help your confidence when you are a content creator, when you post videos, when you have the goal of building a big audience and monetizing, and when you do everything yourself, when you script and edit and film and do all that yourself. It is a mental barrier at times, is when you don't exactly do what you say you're gonna do, and then you slightly have this decrease in confidence in a way because you didn't do that, and you should have, because you are a creator and you are trying to do this big goal on social media, and you didn't do the thing that gets you to that goal. And if you didn't post that video, you didn't practice and you didn't learn, and you can't review something else, and then you can't increase next time because you decided you weren't going to do that, maybe because of some mental barrier, some fear of judgment or insecurity. I have that too. I have that all the time. A lot. It's a big problem, but you got to push through that. You know, I could care about how my hair looks. I could care about my face. You know, I could care about all these things, about how good my lighting looks every single time, which I do. But it's not always going to be perfect like that. And just that ability to continue to show up, to not hide your talents. And it's just super weird, I guess, to have the problem that you can't really post videos that consistently. Like, it's hard. You know, we have other things in our lives to do besides sit in our rooms and film, you know? But just that imperfection is so important. Perfectionism, I've been stuck by that. Every shot has to be perfect. Every line, every word of the script has to be perfect, but none of that matters. Like, this video I'm recording right now, I don't care. You know, I don't care how I look. I don't care how I sound. I'm recording this on my phone. It doesn't even matter. And I'm going to post it anyway because I told myself I was going to do it. Like, it's literally, there's a checkbox on my whiteboard that I'm pointing to right now, and it says YouTube video on it. And that's what I'm doing right now. And the simple fact that you should just lower what you're trying to do. You need to build momentum. You need to stop trying to post every single day. And, you know, I know you're going to hear that from all the content gurus and whatever. You know, consistency works. It does. But posting every single day, it only works for some people. Only some people can do that. And if you can't do that, don't. I can't do that right now. Later, maybe. But for how much time I'm spending on every single video, for how much I'm putting in each video, and for what else I'm doing, I can't. You know, I can't. So my fix to the struggle of consistency is to lower the repetitions. I do it on a weekly basis. On this week, I have this many short form video output, and that's what I'm going to do this week. And then I reverse engineer that, and I'm like, okay, I gotta have one ideation session. So I gotta get 4 ideas, and I already have the ideas. And then I script 4 times, and I film 4 times, and I edit 4 times. You know, it's not always a straight block of time, but you need to start taking it seriously in terms of every video. It matters so much more, especially right now. As I'm filming this, the people who are blowing up the most, but not only blowing up, the people who are winning in every category in terms of standing out, in terms of monetization, you can tell the effort they put into their videos. And then you see the entrepreneurs and the people who have teams under them and probably edit their videos, and the people who don't script their videos and whatnot, they don't get success anymore because that's not how it works anymore. And I'm glad it's like that, because it means that the people who don't put in the work, who aren't qualified, who don't actually have intention with what they're doing or why they're doing it, they're going to fall behind. They're not going to stand out at all. The people who put the intention in their videos will. And it's proven time and time again as of right now, which is like June 16th. Yeah, June 16th, 2025. So, I mean, every video could go viral if you make it that way. But if you half perform, it's probably not going to go viral. It's probably not going to do nothing for you. You know, you're just like, yeah, I got this rep out for the sake of consistency, yet the video got no views, no engagement, didn't help you stand out. You didn't build any sort of brand. You didn't build any sort of familiarity with whatever you're doing at all. And so you just basically wasted time. But if you spend so much time on one video, it is a higher chance of success. And that, I realized that after I started spending a lot more time on my videos, I made sure that I was producing that video, like idea, script, film, edit, post, whatever, everything is optimized. The second video got 500,000 views, 10K plus followers in the span of like a week. And I didn't really know what I was doing. And that was only a couple weeks ago. And so that just shows where social media is right now. This era of intention, of quality, matters so much more. You should, if you can only post once a week, make that video an absolute banger. That video is guaranteed to do exactly what you want it to do. Let's spend the time. Make sure you are doing what you need to be doing. Don't be lazy. Yes, it sucks, honestly, sometimes setting up the camera in like 50 different positions in 2 hours just to make the video engaging and visually tell a story. It's not that fun. I mean, to be honest. I mean, sometimes it's fun, depending on your mood and how you feel about the video and whatnot. Sometimes it's fun. I have to agree. But other times, it's not that fun. You know, you gotta open up the tripod legs and switch out to maybe some new gear and go back and check the audio and then do all this stuff. And it's like, you know, you don't really see that stuff behind the scenes. I mean, you don't see that at all. You just see a finished video that's 60 seconds long. You don't think too much of it unless it's a banger, unless it goes viral, and then you're like, oh, people like that video. But that's what it takes. This takes intention. It takes time. It takes quality. It takes you understanding that exact thing, that the more time you spend on one project, the better chance it has. But if you distribute your time so openly, then you're not going to win as much as other people who have that intention. And the person who spends more time on one video on a weekly basis compared to the person who posts 7 times a week for consistency's sake, the person who posts one video is going to do a lot better if the video is better, if they spend the time. So that's how I'm fixing it. I've been inconsistent, and I know that. It's my biggest problem, and it has been. But I figured out the fix, and it worked. And I figured out the problem, and the solution to that problem worked. So now I just got to keep doing that and improve. And, you know, maybe I'll lower it to 3 times a week. You know, I think you should have a stage. If you are starting to make content, if you're starting to build your personal brand, you should be posting 4 to 7 times a week. That is guaranteed. You don't even know how to do anything yet. Even if you've been doing it for a while and you still get no results, low views, you have no idea how to use literally any sort of branding or whatever, right? You should be posting 4 to 7 times a week. Don't post more than once a day. That's foolish, to be honest. In my opinion, it's foolish unless you are on TikTok, because it's a vanity metric platform. You know, it's cool, but you should be posting about that amount of time. But if you are seeing moderate results, you know, let's say a couple thousand views a video, you're getting good comments, you're getting followers in the door, you should lower your repetitions on a weekly basis and focus on each video and continue to build a feedback cycle for yourself where you check boxes, where you analyze the past vid and you're like, yeah, at that time I made that mistake and now I'm gonna fix that next video. And then continue to do that over and over and over again. Just lower it. Lower the number of videos you're posting. I know you're seeing this right now because you cannot stay consistent. I know you're seeing this right now. Stop trying to post every single day. You are cooked, bro, if you try to do that. If you can't even post once a week, what makes you think you can post 7 times a day? Just because you see all these other creators with hundreds of thousands of followers post every single day does not mean you have to do it too. In fact, it's probably better because what you can stick to matters more. What you have the time to spend on matters more. Spend 4 hours on a video, spend 5 hours on a video, spend 6 hours on a video. it's not a short-term game. You're gonna have to put in the time if you want to see big numbers. You're gonna have to put in the time if you want to see big results. And then once you figure out how to do that, then you do it over and over and over again. And that's where that consistency comes in. Because it's not a weekly game, it's not a yearly game. This is like a 10-year game that we're playing here. This is longer than that, you know? Like, social media is only growing right now. This whole personal brand thing, I guess, is growing rapidly. And the people who already know how to create content right now are going to be so far ahead. It's honestly insane. I'm glad I started 3 years ago posting super cringe videos. I mean, my videos aren't even that good right now, in my opinion. Like, I don't care how good my videos are right now. I just need to improve. My videos may not be the standard that I want them to be at. But I don't care. I don't care how it's perceived or how many views it gets. Like, yes, I care about that in a way. I make my videos specifically for that purpose, or for a purpose, typically either views or call to action of some sort to convert that attention into some other way, you know, go down the funnel. But that's the fix. Stop trying to post every single day. I've done this and it worked. It worked. I have nothing else to say. It worked. I stopped trying to post every single day. I stopped trying to be like all these big creators and post for the sake of consistency, you know, day 100 of X. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if each video sucks. If each video sucks, you're going to get nowhere. But if each video is good and you improve over time, no matter how many videos a week you post, whether it's 1 or whether it's 7, if every video is good and every video is better than the last one in some small manner, you have literally no reason why you can't succeed. And there's literally no reason. If you don't stop, you can't fail, you win. It's literally as simple as that. And this is what I'm working on right now. So I'm doing 4 times a week. That is what I have on my content schedule, you could say, posting system, 4 times a week, short form. And it's hard because I spend a lot of time on my videos and it's not always fun, you know? It's not always fun spending 30 minutes to an hour on captions because auto captions suck, you know? You gotta be intentional with this stuff because that's when you'll see results, just like I did. I started taking it seriously, and the video that I now view as not that good got 500,000 views, 10K followers from one video. One video that took me 6 hours. So who's to say that more videos like that can't completely change my life? Absolutely no one, because that is how it works. We live in the social media attention game, and if you aren't posting, you are cooked, bro. So, you know, stop trying to post every single day. You're not going to win. Other people can do it. Cool. Stick to what you can stick to. Make each video good. Make each video according to your ability. And stop being self-conscious. I let that affect me so much. I let having acne or having weird looking hair sometimes, you know, if I let that stuff affect me. Or the fact that when I'm filming on that window, the sun absolutely beams my window and my room looks super weird. Who cares, dude? Who cares? You have control over all these things, and it's your choice whether or not you're gonna stick with it or not. And I've realized that, and that's exactly what I'm doing. This is the problem, and I'm implementing the solution, but I've also kind of found it. So yeah, that's all I have for today. I will see you next time.